everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. In today's live stream video, I'm going to discuss with my guest her reselling business with an emphasis on jewelry. She'll share her tips and strategies to help make us more successful and profitable resellers. Every Wednesday, I have a live stream, and I usually interview another reseller and have them share their tips, tricks, and techniques to make us more knowledgeable and profitable resellers. If you're interested in reselling, then you are in the right place. Just going to pop in the chat and say hello to a few people. And as I'd like to say, we shall get this party started. I want to thank Sharon and Randy, my moderators, for bringing the chat. I appreciate you guys' help all the time. And you can see our guest is in the chat. Thank you very much for being here. Myra's here. Thank you, Myra. I appreciate you being here. And Kathy is here. Very nice. So, guys, I don't know if the notice went out, but we're going to get started because I don't like to keep the people watching the video, the replay waiting. So let me get started here. And there we are. And there is our guest, Miss Hip Flipping Mama, Kelly, or she likes to be known as Mama.
Yeah, most people just call me Mama, but you can call me whatever you want. Some people call me Kelly, some people call me Mama. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay, like I said, why don't you introduce yourself to the people in the chat that may or may not know you and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I think I know most everybody. Hi, guys. It's Mama. My name is Kelly. I live in Michigan. I have been a reseller on eBay on and off since 2000. So it's been a very, very long journey. I do jewelry auctions for the last few years, two and a half years, every Saturday at noon Eastern time, so 12 p.m. Eastern time on Hip Flippin Mamma on my YouTube channel. And we have fun, and we sell jewelry, and we have fun, and we do trivia, and get free shipping, and win free jewelry. I have been married. I've been with my husband for 36 years, married for 32 this year. I have a 31-year-old son and a 28-year-old daughter and a 8-year-old granddaughter.
That's impressive. 30-some years. That is impressive.
Yeah, and I lovingly, as everybody in the chat knows, I lovingly refer to him as, put it in the chat, guys. Put it in the chat if you know what I refer to him as. Hi, Kathy. Watch him put it in there.
All right, let's see. There's a little bit of a lag with the StreamYard, so it'll be sure to be in the chat shortly.
They're all saying hi to each other.
Okay. Well, I'm sure somebody will mention it.
They'll put it in there. They'll put it in there. That's been part of my, Myra's got it.
Hip Flippin' Daddy. There you go. Myra knows.
Daddy. Oh, yeah. Hip Flippin' Daddy. How are you, Adam?
I am doing well. I'm glad you can make it. I have quite a few jewelry sellers that follow my channel, and I was telling you pre-chat that I thought it's been a while since I've had an expert jewelry seller on.
Well,
and I really wanted to address that, and for my benefit, and especially for the benefit of my viewers. So I'm just going to do it. We'll just do a little mini interview as far as your reselling business. Then I'm going to get in the meat and the potatoes of it. Talk about jewelry and different stones, different metals, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm just going to ask you some basic questions about your reselling business. What platforms are you currently selling on?
Right now, I am on eBay, YouTube, of course, Mercari, and Bonanza.
Okay, and I think I asked you before, and you said you don't sell on Etsy, correct?
No, I tried to register for Etsy, and there was a problem linking to my something. I'm not sure what it was having problems linking to, and I just said, well, I don't need it.
I know some people complained about their fees. I know every site has its pluses and minuses.
Oh, yeah.
I sell 99% on eBay, and I call it Glitch Bay because that's issues with them with their IT. And Sharon being in IT, she'll be the first one to tell you they have issues with their IT.
Well, when they started allowing you to sell vintage, it didn't matter what it was, as long as it was vintage. That's when I went on to try and get on Etsy, because I sell a lot of vintage items, and I sell a lot of vintage office supplies and things.
Right.
And yeah, I had trouble getting it registered or something. I can't even remember exactly what it was. And that was it. I didn't give it much effort.
I should have asked you before, and I got a little. I'll tell you, I get a little sidetracked sometimes. How did you get involved in reselling? I mean, were you working like? I mean, I know you're a full time, mother and wife, and that's a full time job in and of itself. Were you working outside the home originally, or
Yeah, I actually was in corporate management
okay?
for many, 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 actually decades. But
Wow, okay,
um, I would I would buy things on eBay. Okay, so then I thought, well, if I'm buying things on eBay, why am I not selling things on eBay? And then this bill would come up, and I'm like, well, you know what? Let's just see what I can throw on eBay and sell in the next couple of weeks, and we'll pay this bill. Or we want to do this, and oh, let me see if I can make a couple $100 on eBay. And it just was sporadic, and then it just became part-time fun money. And then it just became getting rid of things around the house instead of donating them, just listing them. And then it became an extra source of income. And then I went full time about 2.5 years ago.
okay. I thought you were longer than that full time. Okay, so about 2.5 years ago.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So, did you have anybody in your family or friends that kind of said you just kind of like said, "I'm buying stuff on eBay. Why don't I try it out as a seller?"
Yep.
I mean, everyone has a different story, so I'm always interested in how people got involved. Like I tell people, like I don't want to get into it because of my health issues, because I don't want to bring people down. But anyway, my mother was very frugal because she was basically a single parent. My father was ill growing up, so she had 2 kids, and so she would shop at all like the discount outlets, and like she used to call Marshalls Marshalls, and call Target Target. And so I was always used to going to Burlington Coat Factory, Marshalls, Target, all those places, and trying to find deals, trying to shop the clearance. So when I got hurt at work, and I was on well, I couldn't collect workman's comp. That was another story. So I had no money coming in. So I said, I got to do something, and I'm going crazy. I got no money coming in. I got to do something. So that's why I got involved in reselling. So anyway,
Yeah,
so I've been doing it now for, I guess, 3.5, 4 years now.
it was such a long time ago, but it was just easy money. It was just an easy way to make money. I mean, I was selling on eBay back when they would have to send you a check, or send you money orders, or send you
you weren't as far back as when it was all auctions. They had buy it nows when you
right.
got
There were no pictures. It was all descriptions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's been a lot of changes on eBay over the years, and now they're talking about getting rid of auctions. At one point, it was all auctions.
I hope they do get rid of auctions, because I don't do auctions, and so
some people use it as clearance. Some people do collectibles. They set a minimum price, and they
yeah.
I don't do a lot of auctions myself. I don't, then you got to worry about the timing of when the auction ends, and when you get the most bang for your buck, so to speak. So I do very few auctions.
Yeah.
So it's just some craziness.
Yeah, I don't like auctions.
And again, I don't need to know your personal business, but I'm sorry.
I said I like to buy things from them, but as far as selling my stuff, I don't like to do auctions. No.
Right. Now, I mean, you don't have to give me the nitty gritty details, but what would you say? I mean, as far as your percentage of business, I mean, I know you do a lot, like I said, through YouTube sales and auctions. I mean, is eBay 30, 40%? And I mean, obviously I don't want it in dollar amounts, but what would you say?
Well, I have no problem with that. As 90% of this chat will tell you, because they all know me, or I should say I know them. I'm an open book. I have actually, with the exception of a couple of things, I haven't listed on eBay in about 9 months.
Okay.
Because I have the items to list. Right. Okay. I have no need to source for items to list on eBay. I have the items to list. I got so wrapped up in doing 2 jewelry auctions a week that it, because I have other businesses too. It consumes your entire life. Jewelry is a very time-inducive business. Just the sourcing of it alone is incredibly time consuming. And so it very easily sucks up every second of your day. And so I went down to just once a week now, about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. And so now I've been getting things done. And, tomorrow is my day to start listing again on eBay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
tomorrow was the scheduled day to start listing again on eBay. So.
Okay. Well, you kind of like segued into that. And again, we've had pre-chats and whatnot, so we're not going to give away your honey hole, so to speak.
Oh,
But
no.
my next category is sourcing. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how? I mean, I know you source online. I want you to tell us where you source online. Give us a little idea how you source.
I've got friends. They're friends now, but I've had people that have contacted me that know me from this person, a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend.
Right.
That'll say, hey, I got your number from so-and-so. They said you sell jewelry. I have all this jewelry. I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what it's worth. Do you want to come out and take a look at it? I want to get rid of it. What will you give me for it? They'll send me pictures. I'll look at kind of what they've got and decide if I'm going to go out and, and buy. And I've got a few of those that are constant sources that I can go to every few weeks because they've got mass collections or they're major buyers.
They buy
for
quite
themselves,
a few things, and
for themselves, and then they get out of this phase, and now they're into amber, and 2 months from now they'll be into.
I think a lot of the people that do auctions or buy it nows on YouTube. I think that's typically what they're doing.
Yeah, I've got a buddy out in Battle Creek that owns a pawn shop, and so when he gets what is stale inventory for him, he'll call me out. We can make a deal. I have friends.
Well, that's always fun negotiating with a pawn shop.
Well, I'm cheap when it comes to buying because I'm known for having really low start prices and super cheap prices for jewelry compared.
Right.
And the reason for that is because I won't pay a whole lot for my jewelry. That
as long as they know up front. I mean, you got to have meat in the bone. I always say meat in the bone with a reseller. Got to have meat in the bone. And I'll tell if I go to yard sales, and we'll get into that a little bit. If I go to yard sales or garage sales, and I see stuff, and sometimes I'll actually come out and tell people, say, look, I resell part time, and I'm kind of interested in this, but there's no profit in it for me, as resellers might say, no meat on the bone. Can you do any better? And I don't blow smoke up people's skirts, so to speak. I just say, hey, I'm a reseller. I'm not buying this for personal use. So, and a lot of times they'll say, no, that's the price, or sometimes they'll do it, or sometimes you use the old bundling trick, get a bunch of stuff together and say, what will you do if I buy all this? What kind of price can you give me?
Yeah, and I like to do that when I go to estate sales and garage sales and
estate sales. It depends on the estate sale company.
It depends on the day you go too.
Well, true, on Sunday, or if it is Sunday, the last day typically.
Right. And that's typically when I'll go because you can't miss something that you didn't know was there. So if you go on the first day, if you go on the first day,
I have the FOMO, fear of missing out, so I try to go early. But that's just me.
Yeah, there's something to be said for being patient. But some things I'll buy online. And then there are a couple honey holes downtown that they're just small Christian shops and things like that they get jewelry donated to them, and I'll go through things they haven't priced yet, and I'll say, well, this is this and this is this and this is this, and what I'm willing to pay you is blah 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 blah.
It's kind of a win-win. You're helping them out, and in turn, they're giving you special pricing, so to speak.
Right. Now,
absolutely. I mean, guys. I mean, I talk about this on the show all the time, guys. Doesn't hurt to talk to people. It's, I hear stories like Kelly's all the time from successful resellers.
The best thing.
I mean, Sharon knows, and some of the other people know. Jamie Pace, it's in Casey's chat quite a bit, and Chasey's Facebook group. He does the same thing. He's got relationships with all these managers of these Goodwills and these thrift stores. He actually gets access. They don't even bring it out on the floor. They'll say, Jamie, I know you like this. I have this put aside for you. Why don't you look through it first, pick what you want, and then we'll put it out on the floor.
Exactly. I gotta stop touching my face because whenever I touch my face or my skin, I will always sanitize just because I'm dealing with jewelry,
Sure.
and I don't want to touch my face and then touch the jewelry and then bag it and send it to somebody. It's not that I'm a germaphobe. It's just in the
Well, it's
world of
good business
COVID.
practices. Absolutely.
Yeah, in the world of COVID, and everything gets
Sure.
sterilized and stuff. But in the world of COVID, I just try and be, because I've got some pieces out here that are not my personal pieces. So I just, I try and be respectful of the people that are buying
Gotcha.
the jewelry. So
Okay.
it's
Well, a lot of my questions were based on eBay, so we can kind of skip through them. When you just real quickly, when you were doing eBay, did you run sales and do you best offers
I do.
and
My
offers to
my
watchers?
eBay is steady. My eBay is steady. Even though I haven't listed in 9 months, I still get several sales. Yeah, like I had, 2 earlier today. I had some yesterday.
And I haven't listed in 9 months. You had 2 sales today.
Oh yeah, I still get consistent sales, and it's because I fiddle with my store quite a bit, and I do run sales, and I'll go in and change things on the listings, just to refresh that listing so that eBay thinks that it's new. So I still have an income from eBay, but thank you, Myra. They're not rubies, they're garnets.
Garnets, and we're going to get into garnets in just a little bit, guys. I just want to, I guess we're pretty much through all the generic, reselling talk, and told you guys we mainly talk about jewelry. But I just want, for those of you that didn't know Kelly, it looks like most of you do know Kelly. But I just want to get a general, feeling of how she runs her business. And I always do that on all my shows because there are people that watch the replay and some people that are newer sellers. I just like to get like a general consensus of how people run things, and everyone does things differently. So that's why I kind of ask some of these reselling questions. About
90% of my income right now is jewelry, and about 10% is eBay, Mercari, and that. But that will start going up when I start listing tomorrow. So that's going to change.
And you said you like to sell like collectible things like glassware and that type of thing as well, right?
I do. I love to sell glassware and housewares, and like I had a beautiful, and this is why I don't wear any jewelry during my jewelry auctions or put anything that's really personal out, because I have this beautiful granite slab that sits here, and usually I have a vintage thumbprint 32-ounce pitcher here, okay, with a glass that I'll drink water out of, and just something about this pitcher makes me feel beautiful when I drink water out of it. I don't know, it doesn't have to make sense, right?
Do you take pictures on that slab?
Well, yes, I would take lots of pictures, but here's the things, it was noticed many times during my auctions, but somebody made me an offer on it during my last auction, and I said, yeah, I'll take that.
On the pitcher or the slab?
No, of the pitcher.
Okay.
So,
everything's for sale at the right price, I guess.
Yeah, that got boxed up and sent off to another country. So
another country, okay.
Yeah, well, I do a lot of international business.
Do you use pirate ship for your
international
show? Okay.
Yep, I use pirate ship for almost everything, because you can get really cheap insurance for first class items.
Well, that's a good tip. That's a good tip. I mean, again, that's going to be under the reselling discussion. We're going to hop right into jewelry, guys, I promise. But that's interesting to me. Why don't you just touch on that for 1 minute? Just give us a little, because I mean, most of us use pirate ship at one time or the other for the cubic shipping or the simple export rate, but I wasn't aware that they had very competitive prices for insurance.
Well, here's the thing. If I were to, most of my jewelry, when I send it, because I send it the day after the auction, 95% of my payments come in. Let's say I will finish an auction, I send those invoices out immediately. Okay. And then payments will start coming in as soon as those invoices go out. 90% of my people pay me immediately.
That's great.
So let's say when I used to do Wednesday auctions, all my invoices would be out. By Thursday morning, I may have only one person that hasn't paid me.
Well, that's tremendous.
And then, so all of that shipping will go out on Thursday.
Okay.
So the people that bought things or won things on Wednesday night will be receiving them by Saturday. So
That's
I'll
very
be
good.
in my Saturday auction and people will be in the notes going, "Oh, Mama, I got my bracelet. I got my earrings. I got my necklace and it's so beautiful."
And that's good PR, good promotion value for your auction. That you have excellent, beautiful stuff. You pack it well, you get it out quickly. That's the good selling points.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I treat my jewelry just like I do my eBay, 1-day shipping or 1-day handling. So I try and get everything out, as soon as it's paid for. Now, sometimes there are exceptions. An emergency might happen, or they don't pick up my porch pickup that day, or
That happens.
something like that. But for the most part, yeah, I know.
Yeah, I can never do that. We have regional carriers now. They don't dispense the carriers from our local post office, from the regionals to city.
Right.
I
Yeah,
have had the same
I'm really
carrier
known
for
for
like
my
the last
fast
2
shipping,
months,
so
but you never know.
I'm proud of that. I like to pride myself on that, my fast
So
shipping.
why don't you just touch 30 seconds on this insurance part of this too with Pirate Ship?
Oh, I'm sorry. But if I were to sell or send, let's say, $50 worth of insurance, because all the jewelry I sell and that I send over $20, I send insured. Okay. And even sometimes under $20, I'll send it insured. So everything that comes to you is protected. Even, Kathy, my jewelry box is filled mostly with Mama's jewelry. Bless your heart. I love you, Kathy. This was a gift from Kathy. She bought this at one of my auctions, and she gifted it to me last year, I believe, for my birthday. This ring sold at one of my auctions, and Kathy gifted it to me for, I think, Christmas. This was in a lot of things that I have are gifts from people in my auctions, and it's very, very sweet. But if I send something, let's say $50 value, 4 ounces, first class mail through PayPal, they're going to charge me $2.20 for $50 worth of insurance.
Okay.
Pirate Ship is only going to charge me 75 cents.
Really? For $50?
US.
Is that for every $50?
No, for $50 US, Pirate Ship will charge 75 cents.
Okay.
For up to 100 US, so domestic,
Right.
it's 80 cents.
Wow.
And then it will continue on from there. I believe the next step's $1.30.
And that's private insurance. It's not like dealing with the USPS to file a claim. You deal with Pirate Ship's company.
They do. You file your claim with Pirate Ship. I've had a few claims with Pirate Ship. They're really good about honoring your claim.
Okay, but again, that's important. That's important to us as resellers.
Yep,
Thank you for sharing that.
They are excellent. Well, I spend a lot of money with them every month, so I don't know if that has anything
Before
to do
all
with
this stuff in the world happened, I tried to have them come on my show, and they don't really do YouTube. So
yeah, well,
I think it'd be a huge value to us as resellers, but
their insurance is a lot cheaper. Like you can do, let's say $50 to Canada, okay?
Right.
And it's $1.35 for $50 worth of insurance to Canada. Up to 100 is like $1.60, and then up to 200 it jumps to like $2.60. Let me look.
Just off the top of your head, let's just say
it's $1.35, and then
you're shipping out
200 it jumps to $2.70. So
okay, you're shipping out, let's say 2 pounds, USPS Pirate Ship to Canada. What kind of pricing are we ballpark?
I have no idea. I have no idea, because
I thought you might know because it might be something you typically would ship. Okay.
In regards to selling jewelry, unless I'm selling a jewelry jar or something like that, or let's say a jewelry box full of jewelry, that I'm not sending anything that's weighing over 2 pounds,
right?
Unless I'm holding it for somebody. There's one person I will hold jewelry for.
Well, a lot of auctions do that. Yeah, they kind of put them all together and they ship out one larger package.
I'll hold my.
Makes sense.
I'll hold my internationals, not my domestic.
Not your domestic, okay.
I hold my internationals. I mean, if it's a certain, they're moving or it's a special occasion,
gotcha.
or something like that, there's a problem.
But normally you don't. Okay.
Yeah. But I will hold my internationals for 2 or 3 weeks so they can build up jewelry. yeah, I've got somebody that, due to unforeseen circumstances, I mean, hers may go over a pound, maybe 2 pounds, but I don't know, as far as weight, what her cost is going to be. But I will tell you this, insurance wise, to send like $800 worth of jewelry, internationally, it is about a $30 charge.
Yeah.
Just for the insurance.
And
But the
international
actual
too.
shipping is only going to be like 12, well, it might be $15, $16 if it's a couple
There's
pounds.
a lot of issue with shipping overseas, a lot of the areas, yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, pirate ship is so cheap for insurance. And, it's the reason that I use them so much, is because their insurance is so cheap.
Very good. All right, ladies and gents, we're going to get into the meat and potatoes now.
Oh, no.
Let's talk about precious metals. You want to start out with silver and give us a little quick lesson about silver?
Sure. What do you want to know?
Well, basically, the various kinds of silver. I mean, I talked to you, pre-chat about 10 karat. There's Mexican. There's, there's
10 karat gold. There isn't 10 karat silver. But yeah, there is different.
Sterling silver is what karat?
There's different levels
925, right?
Silver. Okay. Anywhere from 0 up to 0.999 I've seen. Now, normally sterling silver is considered anything that's 925. And what that means is 925 parts per 1,000. So out of 1,000, 925% of that 1,000 is sterling silver. Okay. It is silver. Now, a lot of things that I will get will be 950, which means it's 950 parts per 1,000 of silver. Now, like a lot of the coins and stuff that you may get, maybe a lower amount of silver, and there are some that may be a higher amount of silver. I don't deal with coins. I have a friend that deals in coins, and she's kind of trying to educate me, but it's just all I hear is want, because it's not something I'm really interested in. I just
if you're not interested, you shouldn't sell it.
Factors. Yeah. So, but yeah, it's 99% of what I sell is sterling silver. That is what trips my trigger. Hi, Noelle. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Noelle. Happy birthday to you.
Give you a little God clap here. Very nice. Thank you, Kelly. Very nice.
Happy birthday, Noelle. It's her birthday today.
Okay, now what is Mexican silver? When people talk about Mexican silver.
Mexican silver. I love Mexican silver. It's 925. A lot of times.
Why do they call it Mexican silver? What are there special properties? What is?
It's made in Mexico.
Made in Mexico, and it's 925.
But this is what I like about Mexican silver. Okay, yeah, it's made in Mexico, but there's a different quality, a different density to items.
That's kind of what I was getting at. I thought there was something different.
Yeah, to items that are made in Mexico. It's thicker. I don't want to say thicker silver, but they use more concentrated amounts of silver in their settings. Okay. If it's Mexican silver, which could be Taxco, which is Taxco, you may pronounce it Taxco.
Right.
And that's a certain kind, from Mexico.
Right.
But it's not going to be, if it's from Mexico, it's not going to be in a flimsy setting. Okay. It's going to be a lot of silver. It's going to be heavier. And it's just going to be a better quality a lot of times, from what I find in Mexican, 925 Mexico. And a lot of people that come to my auctions and stuff that are here, they'll tell you, I love my Mexican silver because it's quality. Yeah, it's quality.
Now, the Taxco, again, excuse me for pronouncing it wrong. What is the difference? I mean, I know it's stamped sometimes on the sterling silver that it's Taxco. What is there a difference between Mexican silver and Taxco Mexican silver?
I don't know how Tesco silver is different than regular silver, or
Okay.
if that's just the maker that's and how
Gotcha.
it's made
Okay.
that makes it Tesco. I've never gotten into the specifics on that.
Okay.
There's so much I still need to learn about jewelry.
Okay. I just hear people saying, "Oh, it's Mexican silver and it's Texaco, it's stamped Texaco," and it's like, okay.
When I say that, that is what I mean about Mexican silver. It's a different quality, in my opinion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different quality. It's different settings. It's usually they use a more concentrated amount of silver. There's just more silver in it.
Okay, why don't we get into then to the basics of gold? Again, I'm a neophyte, so there's between gold plated, gold filled, 14 karat, 18 karat, et cetera, et cetera.
Silver filled, sterling silver. Gold can be electroplated, which is a heavier plate than normal gold plating, and then you've got gold filled. It's just all different processes of how the gold is layered on the base metal. So it might have brass underneath, it might have copper underneath, it may have silver underneath. There is gold over silver. And I do sell some of that. There are people that do like gold over silver. And then you've got 6 karat gold, 8 karat gold. They don't really sell acid to test for 6 and 8 karat, but you'll see gold stamp that, and that's just the percentage per 100,
right?
That, or per not 100, but that it's the level of gold that's in it. So normally on most of your jewelry you'll see 10K. And I just sold the gold that I did have. I've already sold it, so I don't have it to show you as an example. But it'll say like 10K or 14K, 18K, 22K, 24K. Now, if it says, well, it's kind of confusing. It can say 14K P, and that doesn't mean 14K plate. That means 14K plum gold. So it can be confusing. It can
That's what I'm.
be confusing.
And the higher the number, like a 10K or 14K or 18K, does that mean it's softer?
It does.
More
it
the
does.
silver,
Yes,
the gold, as
yes.
opposed to the alloys.
Correct. The lower the number, the duller the yellow is going to be, but the harder it's going to be. So you're going to get less scratches.
Gotcha.
So 14 is going to be more yellow or more gold colored, more gold in color than 10. 18 is going to be more gold color than 14. 24 karat sometimes doesn't even look real because it's so gold. It's so gold and so shiny, but it's also very soft. So it's susceptible to scratches. So some people don't like the lower amounts of gold. They like the brassier 24 karat gold. And there's some that don't like the higher percentages because they don't like that they don't like the brassy gold. They don't like that it scratches easy. So
exactly. Right. Can you see Myra's comment in that I posted on the banner there?
No, I don't. I do not keep up with gold and silver prices. I have a friend that does, and she'll let me know, but I have never scrapped out my gold or silver. I have gold and silver scrap, but I've never cashed it out. So no, I don't keep track of the prices. I tend to go into my gold and silver and harvest from it. If I need a jump ring or something, like that, I'll go in there and that's what I keep it for. Someday I'll scrap it out. But no, I don't keep track of that. Hi, Philly Picker. How are you, honey?
Mike Crazy Card has a question. What does plum mean? Did you mention? I didn't hear you. Did you mention plum?
I
guess I have selective hearing. I didn't even hear that.
I'm not really the right person to ask that.
Okay.
What he's talking about is when I said 14P.
Oh,
It doesn't
14P.
mean
Okay, that's
the
the is that considered
14KP
plum?
doesn't mean that it's 14K plated. It could mean 14 karat plum
Oh, okay.
gold, which is like a different. I don't want to misspeak myself because I'm not an expert. I'm not even knowledgeable in that area.
Okay, so the P could stand for plum.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I never have had the time nor inclination to research that as to what that means, because
right.
I don't deal that much in gold, because I would have to spend a lot more money investing in those pieces, and it's just not financially viable for me right now, where I can get 20 times more silver than I can gold. And I myself am into silver. Where I used to be in the 80s and 90s, I was into yellow gold. Now I'm into silver. And you know, a lot of people are into silver, so that's
Right.
what I stick with.
Yeah, silver seems pretty popular. Okay.
Sharon, your skin turns some metals green because you have acid in your skin like I do. This is why you don't really have acid, but there's a chemical makeup in your skin, okay, that is just harsher on base metals. And the base metal corroding is what's turning your fingers green or your skin green. This is why I have to wear sterling silver. I don't even wear my wedding ring because I like sterling silver now. So, you know, sterling silver isn't going to turn your fingers green. If it does, that might be something that you want to talk to your doctor about. I'm not sure why.
Is that why some people wear platinum as opposed to silver?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get platinum sometimes, and I get titanium. Sometimes I get sterling, or I get stainless steel.
Right.
I like to try and get men's jewelry any way I can get it. So a lot of times it'll come in stainless steel or titanium, or or sterling, or the other one I said. Just because men aren't particularly picky if it's silver or not.
Now, well, looked up the plum.
Right,
I
it
looked it
means
up a little
plum
bit.
gold.
I wasn't happy with the definition, so I didn't post it. But
Plum gold, the
Noelle
term
did
used
this
to
the benefit
describe
of
gold
looking up
jewelry
herself.
that contains the precise amount of gold in the alloy that the carat mark indicates. Well, if you test your gold, you're going to know what so I guess what she's saying is the P stands for there's at least 14 carats in this gold.
Okay.
Which if you test it, if you do the scratch test and you test it with the acid, which I do, these are all gold and platinum acid tests, it'll tell you, but it's not going to tell you precisely which, 10, 14, 18. It'll only tell you that there's at least 14 carats in this. It might be, it could be 16 karat gold, which I don't know if that exists,
Right.
but it's at least 14. But if you test 18, it doesn't test positive for 18. So that's how you know it's at least 14. So maybe plum is a more precise. It means it's precisely 14 karat.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Noelle.
Okay, so we said that we're going to get into a little bit about the semi-precious and precious gems, and you have some handy, and just give us a little synopsis about
Now,
precious, semi-precious gems.
First of all, one of the ways that I know what I'm selling when I'm selling it is anytime that I get jewelry, like this entire box needs to be processed, okay? I will test it with a gem tester. It's a Presidium 2 gem tester. You can get it on Amazon. This tells me the difference between the gems. It'll also tell me, that's right, Noelle. It will also test if it's diamond. Now, a lot of times you may have stones like this, okay? This is a personal ring. It bends on your finger. It's probably a thin piece of metal, but it's probably, if it's gold, it's probably a higher content of gold, or
Higher carat, right?
it's just a thin thinner piece, it's a thinner band, so you can bend it. But like stones like this, okay, these are amethyst. Now you wouldn't know by looking at this, unless you're looking at it through the light, that these are amethyst stones, okay? So sterling silver and amethyst. But by using the gem tester, and I don't have the pen plugged in right now.
Right.
But it has a pen that you plug into it. But using this, it will put this needle into the range of the gem that I'm testing is. And then I go by the color of the stone and determine which gem that it is. So I don't know if you want to take a close-up of that, sweetie.
Yeah, I have you on full screen. Yeah.
Oh, I am on full screen. Duh. But that,
that's what the dial kind of goes into the various things. And certain things test for other stones as well, right?
Right. Well, anything that's on here, okay?
Right.
It'll test anything that's on here. And this covers a very broad range of most of your gems. It won't test for jade. It's not going to test for turquoise and things of that nature. But the difference between precious and semi-precious, a precious stone, whether it's in a raw format, a semi-raw or tumbled or faceted, meaning it's been cut already, okay, and faceted. Doesn't matter. They're all precious. A diamond is precious. A ruby is precious, which I just sold a ruby ring Saturday. Sapphires are precious. I sold sapphires on Saturday. Things like that. Those are precious metals. Emerald, which I have an emerald ring here. So this is considered a precious stone. There we go. This is considered a precious stone. And it is flanked by white sapphires. So
you would test the stones, the sapphires, and the
correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And I guess there's no way of telling if something was handmade or manufactured as opposed to mine.
This machine can't tell between man-made and synthetic. Now, if you look at your Megan, if you look at your your stone through a loop, sometimes you can tell if it's man-made or if it's authentic, okay? If there are no inclusions, chances are it's man-made. But the man-mades they have now, they're getting smart. They're putting inclusions in the man-made.
So inclusions are kind of like the markings, the little strands and things in there. That I do know. That a little bit I do know.
Right. The little imperfections that you'll find within the stone.
Right.
The same thing that your diamond is going to be SV, VS, VSS, VVS.
Right.
Those are different. Depends on what impurities are in it.
Gotcha.
As to the more higher quality or not of the stones. But now a semi-precious stone would be something like a lapis or an azurite or an amber.
I love amber.
Okay. This was purchased at my auction and gifted to me a few weeks ago for a Mother's Day gift. People are just too kind to me. This is an opal, and this is a semi-precious gem.
See, I want to know that was opal. In my mind, I would think that was turquoise.
Nope. Oh no.
But it is kind of light blue, and we'll get into the turquoise and the types of turquoise.
And I'm trying to, and I sold so much of it on Saturday. But if you had a stone, let's say blue topaz, that would be a semi-precious stone. Amethyst. This is a very dark amethyst. This is a lighter amethyst. You can't really. Well, there you can kind of see the lighter.
A little bit of flash. Yeah.
I have a personal amethyst that's lighter. I should have gotten that out for you, but that is a semi-precious stone. A garnet, okay? A garnet is a semi-precious stone. It doesn't mean that it's not valuable. It just means it's not as valuable as a precious stone.
Right.
Sorry, I get to talking.
That's all right. Why don't you talk a little bit about turquoise? And you were telling me that I was not aware of that.
I just don't like turquoise at all.
You don't like turquoise at all?
As you can tell, I just don't like turquoise at all. Okay. So, guys, believe it or not, these are my personal rings. Some of my personal rings. This is what I look like when I go out. It's just my thing. But this, now don't ask me what mine these are from. I'm not that good with turquoise that I know what mine they come from. But this is a green turquoise, and the thing with the green turquoise is it's older and it's more valuable the greener it is. Now, this piece you see has a crack across it and a little divot in it. I purchased it like that. I like stones that have pits in them. I like stones that are imperfect. That's just me. This turquoise here, this has coral. You were asking about coral earlier, and I forgot that this ring had coral in it.
Okay.
I said I sold all my coral. I sold all my red coral. But
that is naturally red coral as opposed to they dye coral as well.
Right, right. There is natural red coral. So I've got the coral here, this is a more almost like a carnelian color, but it is coral. It's just older. And this is turquoise. So you can have solid colored turquoise and then coral on the side. This is turquoise as well. And this is turquoise. Now there's so many different colors that turquoise can be. And there's different matrixing that's in the turquoise. So you might look at this and think that's not real turquoise because it doesn't have, I'm moving too much. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't, and plus my computer's so far away from me, I don't have my sweet spot. But this can't be turquoise because the matrixing, which is the lines through it, looks different. Okay. No, there's black matrixing, there's yellow matrixing, there's spider web turquoise that looks like a spider web. Lisa's got a question. If she could recommend one book or website to learn more about jewelry, what would it be? Well, I own about 30 books on jewelry, and I have to tell you that, especially in the world of turquoise, things change. Certain minds become more popular than others, and Google is your best friend. Google is your best friend to get your basic information. And then you could branch out onto jewelry websites. Now, I can't recommend a specific jewelry website to you because if I'm going to Google to research a stone that I may not be familiar with yet, I'm not going directly to a specific jewelry website, okay? I'm just going to Google, and then I narrow my search down from there.
Google is your friend.
Yeah, Google is your friend.
Gotcha, but it's your friend.
Yeah, take a picture of that stone, on your phone. If you've got a smartphone, use the Google. I'm still trying to figure out how to use this specific iPhone. I just upgraded. But on Google, there's a camera up at the top right here in the search bar. And all you have to do is click that, take a picture of the stone you're looking for, and it'll bring up like stones, things that look like that stone. And, that's where I start. And then I go from there. Or I may ask a friend if I get stumped. But I usually do my research before I try and bother anybody, any of my more knowledgeable friends. What do you think about this? Oh,
Lisa, why don't we give Kelly a day or two to think about it? And Lisa, does she have your contact information? If not, I can reach out to you. You can reach out to me. I can get it to you.
Who's that, Lisa?
Lisa's just one book. If you could just recommend one book. She's a visual learner, so she needs.
Yeah, I'll hit you up.
Better with paper.
I'll call you, Lisa. And
okay, way to contact Lisa.
Great. The books that I have. Okay.
Great. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll call you. Oh, Lisa's one of my OCs.
Okay.
She's been with me since way back. So,
I appreciate Lisa. She's in my chat all the time. I appreciate her being here. Thank you.
Perla, bless your heart, baby. She's like, I'm gonna have to rewatch this like 50 times.
Okay, and again, you told me, which I was kind of surprised, white buffalo is not turquoise.
No, it
I
is
love
not
white buffalo. I
turquoise.
learned that from Sandy, white buffalo.
Yeah, white buffalo. Okay, there is a mine, like I mean, we're talking hundreds and hundreds of acres, right? Maybe even thousands of acres. And on this acreage, there are different mines for turquoise, okay? Dozens of different mines. And there's one area that they have that they have found white buffalo. And I did not realize white buffalo was as rare as it
It's very rare.
actually
Yeah.
is. And it looks like a white turquoise. When you're looking at it, you think you're looking at white turquoise. Okay.
Right.
And you'll see it listed online and in auctions as white turquoise. It's not, it's white buffalo.
Right.
They completely stopped mining for over 9 years. And there's only one mine in the world that you can get white buffalo from. And it's surrounded by all the turquoise. I think it's in Arizona.
Yes,
I think Lisa knows because she watches the same show that I do. But
right.
yeah, and there's
by the way, perfecting pearls is Julia. Perla is in the chat, so it's easily confused.
Oh, did I answer perfecting pearls' question? Oh,
yeah,
I'm sorry,
you called her Perla. Perla is in the chat, but it's Julius. I just I make the same
Joyce.
mistakes too, guys. So
Joyce has been in my auctions before too. Sorry, Joyce.
Julia.
But yeah, there's only one mine, and they just started mining it again last year.
Oh, they started mining again? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So if you see white buffalo, it's very rare if it's, you know, an existing piece, except for all the new stuff that's coming out. Which I have bought some newer pieces from a jewelry maker, a Navajo jewelry maker that I made contact with. And I bought a piece for myself and a piece to sell, and I ended up selling both pieces because I decided I wanted an elongated white buffalo piece similar to this. So
let me ask you a question, and this is just to the side. Why do, and again, I don't know, I just observing this. Why do people wear like kind of clunky turquoise jewelry? Is that kind of like fashionable? I see the people that wear like these big, huge pieces of small fingers, dainty fingers, and these big, huge pieces of turquoise.
Yeah. It is personal preference. Like, this is my personal ring, okay? So you see the difference between how wide this ring is to how wide this ring is.
Right.
This ring takes up almost 2 fingers, even on my hand. Okay. Right. So it's personal preference, but there are rings that will take up the whole back of a hand, and they are more for art pieces.
Okay.
But people will wear them. But you'll see pictures of people wearing very large squash blossoms and just jewelry on every inch of their skin. They don't normally go out in public like that. They're just showing off their work.
Did you want to touch on a few other gemstones while we're here? And then we'll get a little bit into your YouTube channel.
This is Unakite, but it's a little bit different color than what people may be used to with Unakite. Usually it's a more peachy color and a brighter color green, but this is a darker version of Unakite. I showed you.
Cheryl doesn't like tiny rings, so I guess she likes statement jewelry also. So does Sharon.
Yeah, she does. This is malachite, which is known very much for its green swirls. And I'm sorry, the reason I'm laughing is on not this last auction, but the auction before it, they went together. A bunch of the people in the chat went together, chipped in, and PayPal'd me what this sold for as a gift.
Oh, very nice.
So yes, this was a gift for Mother's Day from a bunch of people in my jewelry out. My YouTube family is the best YouTube family around. I love them so much. But just this piece of turquoise really quick. This is quite a different piece of turquoise than what you're used to seeing. This is mother of pearl, which is the inside of a shell. Yep, this is all lapis here, Myra, different kinds of lapis. This is azurite with the little green specks in it. This side of the mother of pearl is called golden. It's called golden mother of pearl. So it's
is that the same shell? Just this gold on one side and white on the other side?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. And I had never known that before.
This is a very rare stone that I have not processed this piece of jewelry yet. So it has not been cleaned. It has not been processed. It has not been tested. But a really neat piece of stone to look out for. I love stones. I'm into stones. This is called Gaspite.
Okay.
And usually it'll have little lines, and there are some little lines in there. And it's a bright green stone. This one looks more olive. I don't know why the color's not transferring correctly on camera, but let me see if I can get it really close, and it will. Usually it'll pop the color real bright. But anyway, it's a really almost like a lime green color, and it's getting very, very rare. So anytime I see it, I try and pick it up. And let's see, this one, that's malachite. I've shown you that one.
Guys, while
Kelly's
looking through her stones, if you have any questions, put them in the chat. We'll ask Kelly while she's here, and we're going to talk a little bit about our YouTube channel and just touch on a couple more things. That
Cheryl, I haven't processed it yet, honey. You're not going to see it unless I've processed it.
Is that going to be in your auction this week, or possibly?
Oh, yeah. It'll be processed before Saturday. Okay. Now, this is Larimar. This is a very popular type of stone. Usually it looks a little more cloudy than what this piece looks like, but even yet, it is still Larimar.
The one stone was kind of like Granny Smith apple color.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I showed you that. This is amber. This is very popular right now.
Amber is very popular. Yeah, I have noticed that. Yeah.
Yep, there are different colors of amber.
And I guess like with anything, I mean, it's supply and demand, right? So if a particular stone is popular, the price will typically go up, right? Because it's not as available.
Depends. Okay. Yeah, it depends on if it's a stone that's in demand, the color that's in demand. Gotcha. And the size of what you have. So like this right here, and the reason that this is kind of not already sitting very proud and pristine is because I just acquired it and it has not yet been processed. But this would be a very popular piece in that it has liquid silver. And what liquid silver is hollow tubes of sterling silver. See all the single tubes?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That are wired together to make the chain.
Liquid
silver is very, very popular. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep. So this, and the fact that it's got silver balls, that's a little inside joke for my people. I like silver balls.
Okay.
And it's just, I mean, look at these sterling silver.
Yep.
Yeah, they're beautiful, right? But I'm not sitting on a gold mine of jewelry right now because I went through so much. Here's a popular stone.
Well, that's a good problem to have. You had a very successful auction. People got what they wanted.
Well, yeah, I have to constantly. That's the thing. I have to constantly
outsourcing more products for your people to watch your auctions. Yeah.
This is Peridot, which is a very popular green faceted stone that a lot of people like, and you'll see darkness under my fingernails, guys, and it doesn't mean that I'm out working on cars. I use a jewelry cleaner called Never Dull, and it has to do with a metal cleaner inside of very, very fine steel wool. So Myra says Kelly's auctions have lots of balls. Yes, because I like silver balls. And lots of things I get usually will have silver balls on them. So, yeah. Hi, Cheryl.
So what was that cleaner again that you used? And
It is never dull. I'll show you. I mean, I should be sponsored by them by now.
You should reach out to them. Okay.
I know I'm going to.
Ego one, never done. No, never dull.
Ego one, never dull, and I can't show you what it looks like in this one because it's empty.
Okay.
But I'll show you on this one. I go through about one of these cans every 6 weeks. Now, you wouldn't go through that, but this is what it looks like. It just looks like.
And you can use that on the precious stones and semi-precious stones, and
well, you wouldn't clean the stone with it, but you'd clean the silver.
Oh, okay, only the metal.
Gold.
Okay.
You can clean even gold tone with it.
What do you clean the stones with?
Just the polishing rag, just the polishing cloth. Okay. And if there's a stone that's particularly dirty, I can use a damp cotton swab.
Gotcha.
And clean it.
Okay, obviously you don't want to damage the stones.
Well, yeah, you don't want to ever use anything too harsh,
right,
on them. So,
okay. Well, again, most of the people in the chat now know you, but again, the people that watch the replay are people that may not know you. That could be in the chat, kind of lurking, and not commenting. Why don't you tell people a little bit about your YouTube channel and your auctions, and when you're doing some working hangouts on your own and with Beth? Why don't you get into that a little bit?
Well, my jewelry auctions are every Saturday at 12 Eastern, which is noon
12 noon Eastern on Saturday.
Yeah, on Flippin Mamma's YouTube channel. And
my link is in there, my description below. Kelly's link, and Sharon's been sharing it in the chat.
I will go live at 11:45, and we just sit and we chat about my week, what I did, what may have happened to me. And it's really important to listen in that first 15 minutes and take notes, because a lot of my trivia questions later on in the auction may or may not pertain.
Tips. So if you want to win a prize or trivia question, you gotta be there the first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There you go. For your people that are new to Kelly's YouTube channel, there's a tip for you.
So, but we do trivia questions for free shipping, or if you're international, discounted shipping. I gave 3 jewelry pieces away last Saturday, so you may get a free piece of sterling silver. You never know. We just have fun. We have so much fun in my auction.
Typically, you're on from noon till approximately when?
Well, that's the thing, Adam.
It varies, I'm sure, but
that's the thing. You hope going into it that they're 2.5 hours.
2.5, 3
hours. Sometimes they're 4 hours.
Okay.
Last Saturday was 8.5 hours because people didn't want me to stop, Adam. They didn't want me to stop.
It's a good thing to have.
You guys admit it. You guys were begging me not to stop. So
that's great. 8 hours. And
I kept going. I was doing buy it nows. So that's a little
typically you do auctions, though, right?
A little bit easier than buy it, than auctioning, but I may do buy it nows this Saturday, but we'll do auctions first.
Okay. And you're doing some working hangouts on your channel as well as Beth Reseller Robot's channel.
Yeah, we're mostly
doing a lot of resellers in the chat. That's why I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, we're doing them mostly on Beth's channel right now.
Okay.
But I will do live working hangouts on my channel, or I'm about to. I'm into sports cards too.
Right. I know you're involved with Anthony, and once you mention Anthony, you and Anthony have a channel as well, right?
We do Bible study on Tuesdays called Flippin Hope, and we've got a lot of the people.
Anthony is Pittsburgh. Again, most of you probably already know that.
Yeah, Pittsburgh. And a lot of people here come to our Bible studies. Thanks, guys. And we just have fun. We're not a typical Bible study, but it is called Flippin Hope, FLIPPIN HOPE, and we just have fun. We have lots of fun. It's not a typical Bible study, that's for sure.
But again, everything that's going on, I'm not supposed to mention. I'm not monetized. It doesn't really affect my channel, but I'm not supposed to mention the word. But yeah, absolutely. People are concerned about going into public buildings and churches and synagogues and temples, and you can learn right out watching the computer or your tablet or your smartphone.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what, though? I am monetized, and I'm not afraid to use the S word.
Right.
on my channel.
Well, one of
So
these days, I hope to be monetized.
you will be, Adam. You will be.
It's a
You'll
lot of
get
work, but
there.
hopefully one day my hard work will pay off.
Yes, it will. You will get there.
I know Sharon and I talk, and she says she loves your Bible study, and she just got a Bible from you, and she said it's beautiful. It's large print. She's very, very happy. And
Oh yeah.
she wanted to thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, baby. That's a whole stack of them back there on that bookshelf right there. If you come to Flippin' Hope and you're an active participant, you know, I bought, I mean, even if you don't, I mean, I'd still be willing to do it, but I bought cases of Bibles, and they are very, very, very nice Bibles, and they are larger. They're large print. They're beautiful quality Bibles, and I send them out free of charge, free shipping. It doesn't cost you a thing. It's just that we read out of the new language or new language translation, I think it's called. I don't even know. Isn't that terrible? But that's what we read out of. And I like people that are following at home to be able to follow word for word, you know, what we're reading and what we're talking about. And it's just something that's important to me. So, yeah, I love to send those Bibles out.
Great. Okay, guys, I think we got to most of the questions. I mean, I didn't see anything. Sharon, did I miss anything? And why don't you recap if I missed any of the questions, or, you know, I was trying to monitor it. And, but if I missed any of the questions, guys, just reinsert them in the chat.
Thanks,
couple things real quickly. I talk about on my channel all the time that time is your most valuable asset. I wanted to thank Kelly for giving of her time and her expertise to help educate you and myself. And again, I want to thank everybody that's in the chat and watching the replay. Again, I appreciate your time, and I appreciate your support of the channel. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not monetized on YouTube, so if you're getting some value out of the show, consider, you know, help me out a little bit. I have Buy Me Coffee, PayPal, Cash App, etc. And before you leave, don't forget to smash that thumbs up, guys. That helps the YouTube algorithm. It helps me get more viewers, and so I can share great people like Kelly and try to educate you guys and educate myself. So I appreciate you all being here. Kelly, did you have any closing statements or closing comments you want to make before we sign off?
No, thanks for tolerating me, everybody.
Again, Kelly's link is in the description below. So if you're not subscribed, which I'm sure most of you currently, there might be some people that are lurking that aren't subscribed. Make sure you subscribe. Again, Kelly is 12 noon with her auctions on Saturday.
Saturdays,
typically
every
2
Saturday.
to 3 hours ish.
And you know what? I have people that come in.
When is your show with Anthony? Your Bible study?
Tuesdays at noon.
Tuesdays
at
noon
12
Eastern time.
Yeah, and I have lots of men that come to my jewelry auctions. You guys, it's not just women. I've got men that come, and some of them don't even care about jewelry. Some of them just want to be entertained, or want to throw me a super chat to hear me sing. Or, you know, something.
So if you want to hear some good singing from Kelly super chat, she'll sing like she's saying Happy Birthday for Noel.
Well, I make up these songs, so they're my own words, they're my own melodies, so they can't copyright strike me on it.
That's true.
And the song that I sing is based completely around whoever super chats me. They started it. I don't know. Okay. But yeah, and you know, it's just a good time. So come hang out, and if you're not having fun, you can go somewhere else.
If you haven't checked out Kelly's auctions, 12 noon Eastern time on Saturdays. Thanks, guys.
Good night,
Love
guys.
you all. Appreciate you all being here. See you next Wednesday.
Mama loves you.